Hello and welcome to the Tryline podcast. It's been a massive week in rugby league. Like we always say here, it never stops. It definitely didn't stop this week. It was just big story after big story. But we're here. We're going to start the show with a segment we're going to call Keep or Yeet. We're going to go through the off-contract players in 2023, and we're going to choose one player they should let go and one player they should keep for that season. Do you want to kick us off?
Alrighty, we're going to start off with the Broncos. I'm going to keep Thomas Flegler. I'm going to yeet Tyson Gamble.
Yeah, I'm going to keep Herbie Farmworth, and I'm going to yeet Gamble as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that the halves going forward will be Mam and, what's his name? Reynolds, at least for the next couple of years. On to the Raiders. I've gone keep Tarpany, yeet Rapana. Or Rapana.
Ooh, Rapana. I've gone keep Tarpany as well, and I've gone yeet Frawley. I think with Schneider there. I think Schneider's off contract as well. I'd be re-signing him as well.
Yeah, nice. On to the Doggies. Keep Josh Jackson, yeet Corey Allen.
Yeah, mate, I've got a couple of yeets for the Bulldogs. I've got keep Avarillo. I think he's been great at fullback for them. And then yeet Allen, Ockenbaugh, and also, big one, Luke Thompson. I think that's going to free up a big chunk of cap space. I think he's on like 800k and he's not playing.
Is he just injured or what's doing with him?
He was injured, and then I think he went home for personal reasons. Now he's back in the country, but he's still not on the team. I think he's not in their future. I think Gus is probably looking to move him on.
Nice. The Sharkies. I've gone keep Jesse Ramian, yeet Braden Trindle.
Sharks. There's a lot of outside backs there off contract. It's pretty much like Katoa, Mulatalo, Ikavalu, Ramian. By the way, guys, if you want to go to zero tackle, you can pull up the off contract for 2023. You can play along with us here. So I kind of went keep everyone because I think their outside backs are important. But if I had to yeet anyone, I go Trindle.
Yeah. If one person you had to keep though.
One person?
Yeah, just the one. The top person, the top dog, the big dog.
I'd be going Mulatalo. I think he's been really, really good for him.
Okay, nice. Okay. On to the Titans. I've gone keep Brian Kelly. I'm going to yeet David Fafita.
Yeah. I like that call of Brian Kelly. I think if he can stay fit, he's been awesome. I said keep Marju, and I said yeet Fafita as well.
Yeah, nice.
They can't use him. He's taken up too much of their cap space. They cannot use him effectively. They need that 1.2 million back desperate.
100%. Manly, I've gone keep keep Ruben Garrick, yeet Brad Parker.
I went keep Garrick as well, but I yeeted the other centre. I yeeted Harper.
Oh, I like Morgan Harper more than I like Brad Parker. Sorry.
Ranger centres, mate. Ranger centres. That's what I reckon.
Onto the Storm, keep Munster, obviously. And I'm going to say yeet Kamakamika.
Okay. That's so funny. I had obviously Munster as well.
Yeah.
Written, obviously. But I said another one I'd probably want to keep is Josh King. I think Josh King's really good. And I'm yeeting Tarek the moment he walks through the door.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, Tarek, nah. I'll go someone that's been there for a bit. On to the Warriors. Keep Jazz Tavanga and yeet Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Sean.
I went keep Bailey Sirenen and I yeeted Penne.
Oh, really?
I would also get rid of Sean Johnson too. But
yeah, no.
I feel like I yeeted too many halves.
Already. Yeah. I'd yeet most of the players that I saw on the list.
Yeah. I've got a couple of teams. There's another team down here, I think, that I've yeeted a couple.
Yeah. On to the Knights. Keep Tyson Frizzell, yeet Jake Clifford.
I've kept Lachlan Fitzgibbon, and I'm yeeting Heimel Hunt. I think they've got better outside backs.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Onto your boys, the Cowboys. I'm keeping Jeremiah Nanai, and I'm yeeting Jake Granville. Sorry, Jake. I think you've run your course.
I think the yeet would be maybe into retirement too for Jakey Granville. I'm keeping Drinky, and I'm yeeting Hiku. He'd be about 30 by then. And I think we've got better outside backs coming up.
Okay, nice. Onto my boys, the Eels. I'm keeping Dylan Brown, and I'm yeeting Jacob Arthur.
That is the only one we both have the same. I'm keeping Dylan Brown, and I'm getting Jacob Arthur as far away from the club as I possibly can.
Yeah, sorry, Jacob, but you got to go. On to the Panthers. I'm keeping Liam Martin and I'm yeeting Charlie Staines.
I'm keeping Toll and I'm yeeting Chris Smith.
Very nice. The Bunnies, I'm keeping Latrell, obviously, and I'm yeeting Liam Knight.
Ooh, Liam Knight. Okay, I'm keeping Latrell. I think that'll be one of the most important signatures in the next 5 years. I think Latrell's next contract, and I'm yeeting Havili. Gone.
Oh, Havili. He's gone. Onto the Dragons. Keeping Ben Hunt. Yeeting Aaron Woods.
Yeah, I'm keeping Ben Hunt too. They need to keep him there. And you can get rid of Mbai, Woods, Burgess, get them all gone.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Roosters keeping Sam Walker. Yeeting Drew Hutchinson.
I think Hutchinson's been alright. I found it really hard to yeet someone from the Roosters. I'm keeping Walker as well. Unfortunately, I'm yeeting Billy Smith. The bloke just can't stay on the field. I feel for him.
Oh, he just got injured, mate.
I know. He cannot stay on the field. He cannot stay on the field. And I feel for him. And they won't cut him because he's just, I don't know. But that's who I'm getting rid of.
Yeah. I took into account his mental health. So I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna yeet him because he's already down in the dumps.
Yeah.
Onto the Tigers. I think this is our last team. I'm keeping Dane Laurie and I'm yeeting Tyrone Peachy. Bye, Tyrone.
I'm keeping Stafford Toa, and I'm yeeting Brooks and Peachy.
Nice.
Brooks has got to go. Brooks needs a change.
He needs a change,
and the Tigers need a change.
Yeah, they've been with how long? How long's he been there for?
Oh, years.
10 years or something, mate.
You get into the Q&A, and I'm going to look up how long he's been there.
Alrighty, we had a couple double questions, so we're going to go Cookie and Marksman plays. Do Eels make the top 8?
Well, I'm just looking up this thing, mate.
All right. I'm sorry.
Debuted 2013, but I think that was the last game of the year, so really 2014. Okay, what was that? Sorry.
Do Eels make the top 8?
Week's such a long time in rugby league. Last week I was all for them. They were so bad against the Bronx, but I don't know. I like them with the start against the Panthers this weekend too. I've got to say yes. The Eels make the 8.
Look, I said this however long ago. I don't know how long ago was it? Like 4 weeks ago or something?
No, longer than
and
that.
I said the Eels were going to drop out of the 8. They were going to fall out, and I'm going to stick to it. They're not making the 8.
You got bashed for that too. That was 8. I think it was after round 10 because we done that thing where we checked who, like, you know how one team usually drops out or two teams, and you said the Eels were going to be one of those sides, and people laughed at you. So that'd be good for you. A little bit of
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
It won't be good for me.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be
prove people wrong.
Go on. Yeah, exactly. And then we got Phil Gould and Logley. Will North Lumen make an impact at the Storm?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I think they needed a fullback. They went and got a winger. But I said on the show last week that Grant is just not cutting it on the wing for him. They need some strike. They need someone that's dangerous. And Norfoluma, as much as he's probably been inconsistent the last 2 years, we go back 3 years, there was talk he was one of the best wingers in the game. There were talk that he should be in the Origin side. He was killing it. And he's a great finisher. So I think he'd be good up there. Just on that, I don't know if we have a question about this, but do you think teams should be able to pick up players this late in the year just for the finals? Because he's going back to the Tigers. They're not taking him.
Look, there is a question about should Storm get anyone else, and I'm thinking it shouldn't be able to work like that. You can't just be able to get players from other clubs to bring into your side just for the finals. I think you need to bring people up from like your feeder clubs and that. I
think it devalues your run into the finals. So if the Storm go and win a premiership, right? Yep. I think it devalues that because it's about doing it the hard way. It's about trying to stay healthy. And if you can't stay healthy, you've got to promote players. And winning a premiership is hard. Winning a minor premiership is hard. But like being that consistent and staying injury-free for a whole season is hard. If you can just go cherry-pick players when you do get injuries, and they've got a lot of injuries, but how many injuries have the Roosters had in recent seasons? They haven't been able to go cherry-pick players. I don't think that's allowed. Like, I would have been pretty filthy if they went and got Reece Walsh, because I thought they would have promoted him back to one of the top teams. I don't think you should be able to do it just for the season. If he's going there, so say if they sign him for next year and then they get him on an early release, that's different.
Yeah.
But he's only going there for 6 months, or what is it, 10 weeks. So, no, I think that's rubbish.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with it. And, like, so people saying, should they go out and get anyone else? Like, I don't think they should have gotten him in the first place.
No, it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, on to the next. Do Storm make the top 4?
No. Yes. I think they finished 4th.
Yeah, I think they finish either 3rd or 4th. I think 1st or 2nd is out of the question now, especially 1st.
Oh, 1st.
Yeah. Are Broncos contenders?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they do. They've got a forward pack. They've had a forward pack for years that can compete with anyone. Finally, they're kind of realising that. And any team that's got Pat Carrigan and Payne Arce in the same side, they're a chance. And they've got a little bit of class on the end of that. They got Cobbo to come back as well. He'd be massive for them. So, yeah, they're a massive chance.
Yep, for sure. I'm with you there. They are contenders for sure. Do Eels have a chance against Penrith?
Yeah, I think they do. They just match up well against Penrith.
No. I think there's no chance. If they keep on playing the footy that they've been playing, there's no chance. There's no chance that I'll be tuning in either. So
No, but they do match up well against Penrith, and the thing is, form goes out the window for the Eels when they play these big sides. I just don't know. I don't know why they just can seem to get up for it. I like them with the start 8.5, but their forward pack can be really intimidating. Para when they're on. And I think that's what teams need to do. They need to get over Penrith. They need to intimidate them. I think that's what the Sharks done last week. And then you're a chance. And especially at Bank West, they'll have a packed house there. So I think they are a chance. I still pick Penrith, but I think they can win.
Yep, for sure. I'm picking Penrith all the way. Phil Gould, should the Cowboys get the 2 points taken off them?
I don't think so now. I thought if the NRL come out and said the challenge wasn't warranted, like it wasn't allowed, then yes. I think then they had a case, but then it just goes back down to a bad referee call, which
yeah, happens every second week. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, if I'm thinking with my heart, I'm thinking Cowboys should get the points taken off them. But if I'm thinking with my head, Cowboys should keep the points.
Yeah, but then I think it opens a can of worms, right? So they got a bad call right on the last whistle.
Yeah.
So what happens, say this week, Para get a bad call with 2 minutes to go. And they took the points off the Cowboys last week. So Para get a bad call with 2 minutes to go. Is that enough time to take the points off Penrith? And then do we go to 5 minutes to go? Do we go in the last 10 minutes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all this snowballs from that. So I thought if the challenge wasn't warranted by the NRL, if they said, no, they shouldn't have been allowed a challenge, then you know what? Take it off them because they don't win without that challenge. But because it's just purely a referee's decision, which Ashley Collin has copped a 1 week demotion for that, I think.
Yes.
Which I think we might have a question about that.
We do.
I don't think they could have taken the points off them.
Okay, nice. But going back to it, it's like it shouldn't have been a challenge anyway. Like,
I don't think it should have been. But
yeah.
the referee, the NRL has said yes, you can now. So
yeah,
talk about a can of worms. That's just going to happen every week.
Yeah, for sure. Georgina, do you think the Titans will win any more games this year?
Jeez, they're just average to watch, the Titans. I had them making the 8.
Yeah. No, well, they've got 2 winnable games. The last 2 rounds, I think the Warriors and the Knights.
Warriors, Knights, yeah.
Those are the only 2 games I think they can maybe win.
And I like them better in that Knights game than the Warriors game because that's out in Mount Smart last round. I just think Warriors might kick over in that. So that Knights game, Georgina, circle that one, mate, because that's the one they got to win.
Yeah.
If you want some joy.
Yep.
Oh, she's going to get some joy anyway because I think she's a Warriors fan as well. So that last round,
you can't have draw. Is she a fan of 2 teams?
I'm pretty sure she's a Warriors and Titans fan. So going into the last round, she's going to be happy unless it's a draw. Nil or draw.
Yeah. The game just gets called off and they both don't get any points.
Yeah.
Skitsy, who's going to bring Penrith? Who's going to bring down Penrith?
I think they're beatable. I do think they're beatable. I thought that the Sharks proved that last week. I think if you can, like I said earlier, if you can intimidate them and compete in the middle with them, They don't have big outside backs, so I don't think they're as formidable as they look.
Yeah, right. You know what? I'm gonna say the Bunnies. I think they will be getting Penrith when they verse them in. I think it's next week or something.
Okay.
I think they'll get the win. Let's see here. Cookie, who can eat a zinger burger faster?
Me or you?
Yeah,
Me.
yeah, you.
It's not close. It's not
Yeah.
close.
I mean, it's not something to be proud of, though.
Why not?
It's just eating.
Mate, I compete. I'll compete in anything ever. Anything you can do, I can do better and faster. Including intercourse. Way faster than you.
Maybe not so much better. Georgina, thoughts on Warriors putting Walsh back at fullback after 1 week?
Oh, I don't know what's going on at that club. Maybe they got worried he was going to go to the Storm for the rest of the year. I don't know. So they give him back what he wants. What is going on?
I don't know. Yeah, he should never have been named on the bench, and then didn't get put onto the field until like the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. Chanel's back into the halves.
Yeah.
What I didn't understand is them putting Chanel back to fullback, and it looked like it was like, okay, because Reece Walsh isn't going to be there next year, but neither's Chanel. Chanel's having the year break next year. He's not going to be there either.
Yeah, Matt, I don't know what they were thinking. Who's the coach out there nowadays?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Stacey Jones, wasn't it? He's the interim coach, isn't he?
I think so. If they keep putting players out of the side that don't want to be at the club, they're going to have no one. Because it looks like no one wants to play for them.
Yeah, there was actually another question about how the Warriors will go next year. I think they are going to be terrible next year. Like the next few years, until they can get like a big name player to go there, that kind of
they need to
bring other big name players.
They need to cop some L's in the next couple of years and just focus on development in their own country. They need to set up some pathways and bring up their own juniors, because we saw in the 20s how explosive their players can be. They're young players. They can transition those players into NRL players. But you're right, they still need a big fish over there.
Yeah, well, imagine if they had kept Isaiah Papali'i.
Yeah, I know.
They let him go for Snickle Fritz.
They needed to throw the absolute war chest at Joey Manu, I thought.
Yeah. Is he re-signed with the Roosters?
Yeah, I think he'd done 2 years.
Yeah, and they didn't get Brandon Smith either. They need to get someone.
Yeah, but they need to pay overs. They just need someone at the club.
Yeah, way over, like way overs. Yeah. Anyway, Skitsy, what rule changes would you like to see going into next year?
Nothing. I'd really like to see Rule 1 backs.
So, no 6 again?
Yeah, scrap the 6 again. Scrap the captain's challenge. Get rid of both of them. Hate them.
Okay. Yep. Nice.
What do you think? Yeah, and scrap the 2040. That makes me sick every time I say 2040. Get rid of that. Don't want to borrow the 2040.
To be honest, I don't really mind too many of the rules at the moment. I just don't want to see any new rules. No new rules.
I think we should have a rule freeze for 5 years. Can't change a thing. Can't change a thing. Let's let the game lie for 5 years and see what it looks like in 5 years.
Yeah, and actually, stop the bunker going back and having a look at every little thing from like plays before.
Yeah. Stop
that, please. And bring back the shoulder charge. Anyway.
Nah, I'm going Rule 1 back. It's terrible. Is the game better than it was 3 years ago? I don't think so.
No, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days. Let's see. Will Broncos go deep into the finals?
I think they will. I think they can make a prelim easy.
Yeah, I think easy.
Yeah. I think they're a really good side. Especially with Mam's been awesome for him. And he's like dangerous, man, when he gets the ball. He's a really good ball runner. So all they needed was a guy to steer the ship, and they went and got that. And Adam Reynolds can steer the ship. He doesn't need to do anything else. Just needs to get him to the points on the field where they've already got the players that can attack. You know what I mean? They've already got the players that can score points. Adam Reynolds just gets him there. And that's what I thought South were missing for big chunks of the year. But now Latrell's back. Well, that guy can attack from wherever you want him to attack from. You know what I mean? You don't need to
Yeah.
worry about too much where you're at the field because he's just going to put it on points.
Yeah, for sure. Kingy Oliver, do you think the Dogs will return to their form they had under Barrett if Serraldo is the coach?
No, I think that they've always touted Serraldo as a bit of a better coach than Barrett. I think Serraldo's been the highest touted coach on the market for 3 years now. So I think Serraldo will do a lot better, and he's got better players coming. I think that Reid Marnie kick out, that'll help. Hopefully, it helps them keep Burton because they need it.
Yeah, for sure. Burton's been doing great this year too. Yeah, I'm with you there for sure. Let me see here. Here it is. Here's the Klein. Is Klein's punishment enough, or does he deserve more?
It's a hard subject for me to go to because I think you can't sack him, right? We don't have that many.
Yeah,
you can't sack him, especially Ashley Klein. Like people want to say he sucks or whatever. He's one of the better referees we've got, to be honest. So you can't sack him. So then what do? You got to stand him down. How long do you stand him down for? Well, finals are 5 weeks away. I think he should have got a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And just hide him in the bunker and tell him not to say anything. Just chill. Just chill out. But what would you have given him?
I would have given him at least 2.
At least
2 to
weeks.
3. Yeah, at least 2 weeks. Because that's the worst call I've ever seen.
I think 3 weeks would have been fine. You bring him back to a nothing game like the Titans Knights. No one's going to watch that. You ease him into that. And then you get him ready for the finals because I almost guarantee he's going to referee the grand final.
Like, actually be on the field or in the bunker?
No, I think he'll be on the field. They rate him as the best ref they've got.
Yeah. Well, they made the worst decision ever last week.
Yeah.
Anyway, up the Dragons. Does Zach Lomax need to stop doing flick passes? And does he have an ego problem?
I think he has an ego problem.
Look, I think it's one of those things where we say this a lot when we play online games. When people do dumb shit and it works out, it's like rewarding you for doing dumb stuff.
Yeah. And he has done it in the past. Like he's done the flick pass in the past and it's looked really good. And it gets replayed on the NRL websites and it's like, oh, how good was this? And he's been rewarded for a low percentage play.
Yeah.
And now he just does it all the time. It looks stupid. The teams know it's coming because he goes off the left foot to the left fend, tries to attract that defender coming in on the right and throws the flick pass. The defender on the right doesn't commit because they know it's coming. Then poor Ravalawa just stands there, catches the ball flat-footed, gets smashed.
Yeah.
So he needs to just bench it. Tell you what, he needs to just take the line on a little bit more. Come back off the right or something, you know?
Yeah. He tailed up. Who did he tail up? I think it was Campbell Graham a couple of weeks ago. He was stepping off the right foot and going on the inside, and he beat Campbell Graham, who's not a bad defender.
Yeah, 100%.
He beat him a couple of times in the inside. So, yeah, maybe just... Zach, if you're watching this, maybe just off the right a bit more.
Yeah, bench the flick pass, and then if you do that, it's going to open up the flick pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. If you were the Dragons, what players would you sign?
Oh. Well, I'd start with re-signing... Let's go back
Benny.
to this. I'll re-sign Benny. Let's go back to that list of off-contract players. I'd have a good look at Herbie Farnworth because I think he's going to be one of those hot names on the market. I think he might even go to the Dolphins. And we'll try and find one more player for him.
Well,
maybe even a good forward is Spencer Lenu. It's not bad.
He'd be good off the bench. There's also what's his name? Tarpany. He's off contract.
Tarpany will command up around high eights, I reckon. 850. 850.
Yeah, look, I was going to say, you don't really need to buy that many more players. Like, we've been saying this for a little while. Like, they've got a good young core there. Like, they've got Sloan, Sullivan, Amone there. Just bring Sloan and Sullivan up, mate. They need some playing time.
They need a forward, though, too. They got Molo, who I like.
Yep.
You go get Spencer Lenu and maybe Griffin Neem from the Cowboys. Like, he's handy. And they're not going to be able to fit everyone in the Cowboys. You go get a couple forwards, and I think they'll be okay. I don't mind the Dragons. I still think they'll make the 8 this year, especially with Manly losing to them last week and probably set to lose tonight. That might age terribly, but looks like they're going to lose tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. They probably will. I think I've put a multi on them. Roosters minus 18.5 or something.
All right.
Anyway,
Is that it?
that was that question. Lachlan Stagg's wife, is Danny switching teams now? Thinking about it. Someone's got to send me a jersey for a new team. Like a really nice jersey.
I got a message saying someone was keen to send you one. If you're legitimately going to change.
And you know what? I won't know what the team it is until I get the jersey.
No, and I think that's fair enough. Like, you've got to be just committed to change. I know the team, and the person was 100% committed to sending you a jersey. If you are 100% committed to changing teams.
Look, if Parramatta lose, hold on, let's have a look. And I'm gonna be dead serious on this one. I'll have a look at their run home, and if they've got like an easy game. If they lose to the Bulldogs,
oh no,
round 23,
that's a losable game.
I think I might be out.
That's it. Can we get a definitive?
Oh,
out?
Man. Oh, I've been following Parramatta for almost 20 years now. Does it all come down to this?
Yeah, round 23. I think it does. Lock it in. You will get a jersey.
Oh, it's tough. Look, when are we seeing each other next? On the round 21.
Yeah.
Round 21, we'll have a serious talk about it because it's 2 weeks after that. Round 21, we'll let you know.
All right. That sounds good.
Lockyer 03, are the Roosters peaking at the right time, and can they be a finals threat?
Yeah, they can be a finals threat. I think Trent Robinson is one of the best coaches in the game right now, and they're playing their best footy at the right time of the year. No one wants to play. You don't want to be like the Knights and blow the competition away round 1 and round 2.
Yeah.
And then do nothing the rest of the year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You want to be playing your best footy rounds 20 to 25. So I think the Roosters are coming good at the right time. Have they left it too late? They're in that little log jam at the bottom of the 8. Maybe they've got a couple of tough games coming up, but they've got enough strike as well. They just need to fix their defence. They leak too many points.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you there. And this is the last question of the day. Does Manly have a chance to beat the Roosters?
No.
I think there's a 1% chance that they win.
I think they're going to be so flat after the week that's happened.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're going to get flogged.
It might be pretty nasty.
Pretty nasty. 50-0?
I hope not. But let's get into that game anyway. Manly versus the Roosters. Roosters $1.15. Kudos to anyone that got on that early because they would have been about, what, you reckon they opened about $1.80? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to anyone that got on that early. Tons of outs here for Manly. Everyone knows why. I've said my piece on it. I said, look, I'm not religious. Never been religious. Can't understand that side of it.
Mm.
But I would wear the jersey. I'd be proud to wear the jersey. Do you want to say anything on that?
Yeah, look. To be honest, does it really matter if you're gay or not? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
If you want to do what you want to do in your own time, like, doesn't affect me in any way.
Yeah.
Why would I care?
Yeah, I don't understand why people have an obsession with who people sleep with. I don't.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for me. Anyway, I think everyone can understand where we both stand on that.
Yeah.
Roosters by plenty for me.
Yeah, Roosters by a lot. 13 plus. Minus 8.5, please. And Swiley to score, please.
Warriors versus the Storm. This is over in Auckland. Look, a lot of people talking about the Warriors here because the Storm lost 4 in a row. I give the Warriors no hope. I think they are terrible.
Nah. Like, I think the Storm will be putting 60 on the Warriors.
I think this is the bounce back game the Storm need.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even in the games they've lost, they've managed to score points. This team is just so bad defensively. I think if they get on a run here, the Storm could just lap them.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%.
All right. Storm by plenty.
Yep.
Panthers, Eels, great game. Probably one of the games of the round. These teams always seem to play a good game. I think most of these games are decided by 6 or less. Who you going here?
I'm obviously going Panthers. Like, I know at the start of the year I said I always back my team. They're almost not my team, so I'm going Panthers.
Yeah, they've been hard to watch. I'll go the Panthers. I give the Eels some hope here, though. I like them at the start, 8.5. Let's go Titans, Raiders. Can't back the Titans at the moment. I think this will be a high-scoring game, though. I think this will be one of those, like, 32-22, something like that.
You reckon?
Titans still managed to score some points. So,
it wouldn't surprise me if the Titans come out and win this game, but I'll still back the Raiders.
Yep, I'm going the Raiders as well. 1-12.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Sharkies, Rabbitohs. How good will this game be? Because they're both
I think
tough
it's
sides.
Game of the round, mate. Game of the round, surely.
Yeah.
Both in form.
Is Dale Finucane a big out for the Sharks?
Huge. I can't believe he got suspended for a head clash. Just saying. Unbelievable. Like, as if he... How long did he get? 2 weeks for a head clash?
Yeah, that shows how crazy this week has been, that is not one of the biggest stories in NRL right now. Like,
yeah.
The Storm losing 4 in a row, that's barely been talked about. Dale Finucane getting suspended for a head clash has barely grazed the surface. I could not believe it. Could not believe it, but he did, and that's the game we're living in now. That's a massive out, big game for them. I still like the Sharks in a close one. They're really hard to beat at points bet. I think they've only dropped maybe 1 or 2 games. I think they got flogged by the Roosters there. But I think they can win in a close one.
No, they're due for a loss. I think Latrell's going to have another big game.
They lost last week to Panthers.
Yeah, no, but they're due for another one at PointsBet.
Oh, at PointsBet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going the Sharkies.
I'll go the Bunnies, please.
Broncos, Tigers. I feel for the Tigers. They went down by 2 points to the Premiers, then 1 point to the team coming second, which was a farce. I can't see him being up 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, no. Maybe it did a little bit to their confidence coming into this week, losing both those games by like that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be backing the Broncos here by plenty.
I think the Broncos will run up a score. I think they might have a bit of energy at the start, the Tigers, but I think they'll fall away.
Yeah, especially up at Suncorp too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind
Broncos.
going back up to Suncorp.
Knights, Broncos. If we're talking games of the round, like where does this sit for you, Knights, Broncos?
Knights, Bulldogs.
No, Knights, Bulldogs, I mean.
Oh, mate, I don't know. I might want to watch this game more than the Parrot game. Look, I'm going to go the Bulldogs here. I'm going to go the Doggies.
Yeah, did the Knights get them last time?
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they smashed them, actually. And I picked the Dogs. I like the Dogs again, but some teams match up well against each other. Oh, 16-6, they beat them last time.
Oh, okay, so that's not that bad of a
that was Magic Round.
Was that before the Bulldogs started going all right?
Yeah.
This happens every year. We've said this before. The Bulldogs actually go all right in the second half of the season. Bulldogs will be winning
in the year. Yeah. Yeah, Bulldogs, I think. I think they can smash them too.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the last game, we don't usually say this as much about Cowboys games as we do Eels games, but this is a massive danger game for the Cowboys.
Oh, it is 100%.
$1.39 favourites. As much as I don't rate the Dragons' attacking ability, especially with Mumbai at fullback. I think this is extremely winnable for the Dragons.
Oh, 100%. Well, I think last week you could kind of see the Cowboys, they weren't really all there. Are they going to come out the same?
Yeah.
Like against a better team or are they going to come back firing?
No, I think they'll be a bit flat. I'm going the Cowboys, but Dragons are specials at $3?
No, I'm backing the Dragons in this one. I don't like Dragons, but I think they'll be winning.
My bet of the round, my smoky of the round, by the way, guys. This is only for people that listen to the podcast and have listened this far. Dragons 13 plus is $9.50.
Get on that. Billy Burns is paying $17 anytime. I think, or $7, I think.
$17 would be outrageous. Surely 7.
No. I think it was like Dragons -1.5 and Billy Burns to score is $17.
Yeah, $7 for Billy Burns anytime. Dragons 13 plus into Billy Burns anytime is 30 to 1.
Put that on. Seriously.
That's free money. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. If you're still listening this far, comment Denny's a wanker in the chat.
Don't
All
do
right?
that.
Yeah, please. All right, we'll see you